Would you say this is sort of a blue ocean inside of EXP? There's a lot of room for um, evolution here of this industry inside of our four walls.
There is, so business brokers are probably like 1/10 of 1%, less than 1/10 of 1% of all of the real estate agents out there.
Hmm.
And you can, the other thing too is that there's only 17 states that require a license to do real estate or to do business brokerage. And so the other states, anybody can transact businesses. So you have a lot of consultants and a lot of investment banks, they're all securities licensed, so they can do it all over the country. Um, but as far as within EXP, I mean, just even in general, within the entire country, there's just really not that many business brokers. So,
Hmm.
for example, California has over 400,000 real estate licensees, active real estate licensees. I would venture to say there might be 800 to 1,000 business
Yeah.
brokers in the entire state, if that.
Hmm.
Can I just add something to that? I know
Sure.
this is such a huge myth. There are, yes, there are very few business brokers, but the underlying reason for that is there's very few transactions that do take place. So keep that in mind. I say that because people think that, oh my God, these business brokers, they make a ton of money. Look at their commissions and they make a killing on every deal. That's not necessarily the case. And I don't know how many people complete more than 10 deals a year when it comes to business brokerage. It's pretty rare that an individual does that. And then if you compare like residential sales to commercial sales, it's like night and day, right? So a commercial agent may complete 2 or 3 transactions a year. That's a really good year for someone, where a residential agent may complete 10, 15, 20. Some really good agents may complete 30. So it's just a trickle down effect. So just because there are only 400 brokers in California, it doesn't mean that we're doing a ton of business. It's pretty slim pickings out there, FYI.
Well, the other issue is that probably 90% of the businesses that are referred to us are not saleable. They're just not saleable. And so
Spot
there are a
on.
lot of brokers that'll take them on anyways and, put them up in biz by sell and whatever, but a lot of them just are not
Sorry,
saleable.
Baba.
And so that's why the business brokers, kind of it's a tough industry to be in. And the sales cycle is generally about 8 to 10 months. So it's a long sales cycle. You're not, it's not like you list it today and sell it tomorrow. That's possible. And in some states, depending on the state laws and all that, they can get transactions done in 2 weeks. California is not one of those states. So, but there are states where that can happen. So it just, kind of depends on where you're at. But there's definitely a lot of opportunity out there. And the other thing too is just education, because there's still a whole lot of a whole lot of business owners throughout the country that have never heard of a business broker and don't know that it exists. And those business owners will cut off their marketing and close down their business and walk away, terminate all their employees and walk away when they're done, because they don't know they have another choice. So there's still a lot of education that needs to happen with these business owners so that they understand, yeah, they do have a choice. Yes, they need to do some things in their business to make it saleable. They need to clean up their books and records. They need to delegate certain tasks so that the business is not completely owner centric. They need to have some kind of processes and procedures, systems in place, things like that. But if they do that, then they do have a saleable business. So But yeah, there's definitely a lot of opportunity in this industry. It's just figuring out how to keep up with it because, like I said before, I mean, business brokers wear a ton of hats, and you have to, you're prospecting for business owners or that are looking to retire or business owners that want to sell. And then once you get them listed, you're prospecting for buyers or looking for buyers, advertising for buyers, put the deal together. But that's just the beginning. Once you have an LOI or a contract, and now the real work begins. Because now you've got to manage that thing through due diligence and through, all the documentation required for the transaction, closing attorneys if you're on the East Coast or in most of the country, escrow companies if you're, West Coast. There's just a lot of moving parts. And you can have, like John said, there's a lot of deals that don't close. Sometimes, like I've got one right now where it's a great business. We found the perfect buyers for it, and the landlord won't extend the lease. The lease has 2.5 years left, and the landlord is saying, "Nope, I don't want the business here anymore, so I'm not going to give you a 10-year lease."
Mm.
And it's like, so, now we're scrambling trying to figure out, well, can the business be relocated? What would it cost to relocate the business after the next 2.5, 3 years? And, what would that do? Yeah, so things happen. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts and things happen.
And how do you handle the business that you list out of your area about 300 miles? If you take a listing out of your area, Tanya, how you handle the transaction? I mean,
Well, that's a great thing about business transactions is you can do them. Like this one that I'm talking about is, up in Northern California. Um, most of the business transactions I do now, I don't ever step foot in the business. So, you can do that with business sales. You can't do that with real estate.
Yeah.
Real estate, you got to have boots on the ground. But although you could always partner with somebody who's in the local area, let's do it that way.